Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to be installing a new fuel pump on the 7.3. So as some of y'all might know, I already installed the Irate fuel pump, which is located under here. That's where the two red filters are back here. And then everything in the engine bay, those are our old series. I did those about 8 to 10 months ago. I'll leave a link in the description for them or at the end of the video. But I was driving it home this weekend, going down some hills, and it started really like bogging down. I thought one of my injectors went bad in it. I pulled over to the side of the road, turned my key after I turned it off, turned my key back on. I didn't hear the fuel pump kick on. So, checked all the fuses, all the wiring. I'm getting power all the way back here to the fuel pump. So what it has to be is a fuel pump. So I called Irate Diesel, and they sent me this Bosch upgraded pump. It's right here with instructions. It seems like it's gonna be pretty easy, so let's get right to work. Okay, so I went ahead and removed the wiring back here. Took those two off, hanging them out to the side. I unplugged the fuses, so there's no power coming to them. The next thing they say to do is remove this fitting off the back of the, I believe you call them wheelbarrow pumps, something like that, off your existing pump. It is going to be a big, not socket, big wrench. It is a 18 millimeter, I'm assuming. That's the only thing I haven't tried yet. So, the 18 millimeter wrench here. I'm going to hold down on it so I don't break any lines. It's not the best thing to do it out here in the yard, but I can't get into the barn, so I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible still. Alright, once you get that done, then you have to unscrew the pump itself from this side of the fitting. So I'm going to do that off camera so this video is not super duper long. Okay, so I got the old pump removed, and then this is the new pump, as you can see here. Much bigger than the old one. So the first thing you have to do, once you get all that undone, you have to remove the fitting that was in here, which is this little brass one. I already put the swivel one in here so I could get it done. I had to take that one off with the drill. I tried with a 5/8 inch crescent wrench, wouldn't come off. So took it off with the drill, and then in the end of the wheelbarrow, or whatever this thing is called, in the end of the other pump, there is a brass fitting in this end. You unscrew it and you screw it into the end of the Bosch pump right here. So, next thing we have to do is get this Bosch up here, I believe. Let me look at the directions, make sure. Up into the swivel fitting. Yeah, so let me unscrew this 90. I put this 90 on too early. But the next thing we need to do is grab the Bosch with the fitting on the end, and then you're going to install it right here on the end of this swivel fitting. So let me get in here as good as I can. This is all loosely fit. It's not tight at all right now. So this is a negative on this side. Okay, cool. So we have it sitting like that. Now install the 90 fitting, which is the one I just took off. This one right here. So now that we've got this back on, we now need to run it to the hard line and get it finger tightened. So let me get it adjusted correctly real fast, and then we will tighten it on here. Alright, so I got the pump on. Everything's tightened up, so they want you to tighten this one first. Tighten it down, and then once you get finger tight, twist it twice. They don't want you to strip this. Next, do this. Tighten that all the way down. Then you go to the pump. Make sure this is tight going into here. Go over to the next section. Hold the pump, tighten down the swivel fitting, and then you are done. So the next thing we need to do is plug in the wires again. They give you new bolts for the wires because it is different threads. And make sure you look at the pump to figure out which way it goes. It's pretty simple. I mean, one's negative, one's positive. Once you get those on there, then I will show you what to do next. Okay, so I got everything done down there. Everything's tight. Everything's hooked back up electrically. So we are going to put the fuse back in that I pulled earlier. That's done now. And the gauge over here, once we get it running, I'm gonna have it set at 60 because that's what it recommends on the website. But what we need to do is go inside and cycle the key a few times, let the pump run, and then it'll be primed up. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so it's sucking diesel, sounding good. I'm gonna let it run about 5 different times just to make sure. So I'll get back to y'all after it's done priming. And that's gonna be a wrap to this video. Thank y'all for watching. I ran the truck already. I would turn it on the video, but it's just so loud. But it does seem like this pump made it a little bit quieter. It might be just me not driving in a few days, but it seems a little bit quieter. The pump seems quieter also. So overall, pretty easy to install. The best thing I can say is on that back fitting, get a impact drill like I did and take it off, because it took me like 30 minutes to try to get that off. Other than that, everything else was super simple. Instructions were super easy to understand, and I mean, other than that, there's nothing else to do on that. So with that being said, thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.